Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Desire. Today I'll show how I make notes from NCERT. Now I'm going to show my own notes which I made from NCERTs, and these notes are of that time, of the very initial phase, like very beginning when I was about to start my UPSC preparation. So at the beginning of my preparation I read the NCERTs, and in the initial phase I was very afraid of polity like subject because I didn't have much in-depth knowledge about that subject. So I was also worried that will I be able to cope up with this subject, so I decided to start with polity. But few people also do that if they have any favorite subject, for example economics, or they have interest in geography, so they start with that particular subject. But in my case, I was a little bit afraid of the polity, that what if I'm not able to cope up with that subject. So that's why I started with this, and I started from a very basic standard, which is the 6th standard. So from standard 6 to 8 it is considered a very basic NCERTs, and a little bit advances 9th and 10th, and then 11th and 12th. I did not purchase any of the NCERTs, but I downloaded all the PDFs of the NCERT textbooks from ncrt.nic.in. For this particular thing I have also posted one of the video, you guys can go and check that out. So for my NCERT, what I did, I just downloaded these PDFs and I have highlighted few of the important things while reading. And these NCERTs also have like few of the stories, so it makes learning really interesting when you're just in the beginning phase of your preparation. So I have highlighted all the important things while reading. There is one website which I found really important while reading the NCERTs. I came across this NCRT So this website has notes for each and every chapter of the NCERT textbooks in a point-wise format. So I found this website really helpful. There is also other website which I found helpful was mycbsguide.com. So you can check these websites which provide point-wise notes. I printed these notes and pasted in the notebook where I used to write notes for my NCERT. This is class 8th NCERT for polity. I have downloaded this and I have marked, so I'm just showing it as an example how you can just read the NCERT and only highlight the important portions. If you have any budget restrictions or you are more of a digital person who likes to read PDFs, I found this method really efficient in these particular cases. This method is also important to filter out most important things from NCERTs. Now I will show my own notes which I made from NCERT. So first of all, what I did is I just made an entire index of all the NCERTs which I have written in this particular notebook, and I have made an index and written like what all chapter consists of which topic. So for diversity, government, local governments. So this classification also helped me to determine what all topics I am covering, and also helps in the later phase when I am revising. This index became a reminder that what all topics we have covered from NCERT. So this is the very initial phase of my preparation. So I was using this ruled notebook. Now I don't use it, I just use plain papers to write anything what I want. So basically I also, as I showed earlier in the video, I have highlighted the text in the PDF itself, but few things which I really liked in that particular chapter or in particular subject, I have written it down. For example, there are few definitions which are not much important at that point of time. I wrote it in pencil, and few things which I found interested I wrote with pen. In this first chapter of the 6th standard, understanding diversity, there is a subtopic, unity in diversity. So for this particular topic, there there is one quote given in the book. I really liked it, so I wrote it down here, given by Jawaharlal Nehru
In his book Discovery of India.
The quote is, "It was something deeper, and within its fold, the widest tolerance of belief and customs was practiced, and every variety acknowledged and even encouraged." So this particular quote we can use for if there is some topic or we have to write some answers regarding unity in India. So this quote really defines it. So this was the thing which I was doing in the initial few days when I was just learning about, and this I did all on my own. And then after, like, I tried to make some key points like this. Few things like there is a journal, Young India, in 1931. This was written by Gandhiji used to do this. So a lot of questions also asked like this in exam. So I highlighted this kind of things here. There are in the chapter 4 there are few things about Nelson Mandela. So he is also one of the prominent person. So these kind of things can be asked. So earlier I used to write down all the few things here, and also used to mark in my PDFs also. And then when I understood that I don't have to write down a lot of things, then what I started to do is I used to take these printouts. As I explained earlier, there were few websites from there I have downloaded. So I used to download the notes. I used to take the printout. Then I clipped it over here. And few things which I liked, those things I noted down in a point-wise format. And other things were here only. Few things which I really like from NCRTs, I just printed and just pasted here. After, when my note taking skills and everything was more developed, then so I took this printout, I pasted over here, and only few things which I found really important for me. So I only wrote it down. So here my first chapter ended in just one page and this note. So mostly all the important topics, things which were there in the PDF are written here only in the notes. Similarly for chapter 2 also. So for my NCERT I followed this thing only, because I found most of the topics or the points which are relevant for a particular subject are mostly covered. And few things which are left and I found really important, only those things I used to write it down. Few things which were important but not that much, so I just wrote it in pencil. Slowly I started to make few diagrams like this. So mostly in my second notes which I made for my class 10th standard, 9th standard, so these mostly consist of printed notes which I got it from the website mycbscguide.com. And there are also few other websites if you really like. There are many websites which provide notes for the CBSE, this NCRT books. So you can also download it from other websites which you really. I am a kind of a person who likes things handy, so I found this method really helpful, where I have taken printouts from few of the websites which provide notes for NCRT. I have printed and pasted it over here, and also I have written down few important points which I highlighted in my PDF. I found this method really helpful in order to cover all the important things which are in
NCERT, so I followed the same strategy for each and every NCERT textbook.
Some point of time there were few things, so I tried to also make notes in a tabular format. So there is a chapter, challenges to democracy. So I downloaded the notes, I highlighted, I written few things over here, I wrote only few things here, and then I make a tabular format where I have written what are the challenges for democracy in a different context. So in Chile, Poland, Ghana, Myanmar. So these were the countries. What was the case context was there? What were the challenges these countries faced? So I wrote it down in a tabular format. So it made this kind of presentation really helps me to compare what were the situations, what different countries faced. Slowly, as I started to read and make notes, so from writing this kind of a notes, then coming to some of the diagrams and this kind of thing, then coming up to having some printed notes and mix of my handwritten notes, and then having this kind of well represented notes. So as you try to understand the content which you are reading and finding out which are the things really important and looking back to the previous year questions which UPSC provide, so at your own you will start to realize which things are really important. You need to note it down, how much you are able to hold into your own memory, and what are the things which you need to write it down, what are the things which you just have to mark it and go and revise over there. So slowly at your own you will start to realize things, and according to it you can also make good notes for your own self. This is my own strategy to make notes out of NCERT.
When we are reading NCERTs or making notes out of it, the main aim should be to make our foundation really strong and generate our interest in these particular subjects. And it's okay if we write notes in a paragraph format or a point format, because we can mold it in future whenever we are revising things. The note making techniques will keep on developing as we practice and keep on reading new stuff, so it's okay at the beginning if we make basic notes.
One advantage of making notes from NCERTs is that if we see NCERT of one subject, so its volume is around this much only. But when I have made notes out of it, so the 4 books of NCERTs are covered in a single notebook, so it really reduces the volume. It means like we have eliminated a lot of unnecessary text which we don't need, and only few important topics are here. And also I have made flow charts for each particular standard also, so these notes are also further consolidated. So making notes is really helpful. It just consists of the most important things which you need to revise. It cut down the volume, it cut down the unnecessary information which you don't need when you are in a revision phase or preparing for your prelims or mains. So note making really helps.
Points to remember while making notes. First, make notes for your own self, and it's okay if they are not attractive. Second, try to make notes after second reading. It helps to filter important points. Third, it's okay if notes are not good at the beginning. Fourth, note making keep on developing. Fifth, one can make very short notes when revising these elaborate notes. Thanks everyone for watching this video. Please share your valuable views in the comment section below.